All right, let's get it on. Hey, I've been going through a lot of changes, good changes. This Thinkific site, I mean, I'm getting a lot of fucking compliments on how interactive it is and how shit is cleared up. You want shit cleared up because females are who we really want on our line. But you see, with the shit you're using, you haven't really. Hey, King Son, let me get you out the way, man. You tripping? What's up, caller?
Not invite, but
Um, you guys, you can keep procrastinating if you want to. You can keep taking the advice, I guess, of the PUAs or the multitude of gurus that you know. So, I guess this guy gonna be bothering me for a little while. But what I'm saying to you is, you can keep taking that bad advice, even though you see it's not helping you. What you need to do is enroll in this course that I got online. Is exclusively online, and you'll see just how far winning goes. It's on you if you think getting pussy is winning. A dude like me knows getting pussy is only one of the many perks of having an amazing ability to display a confident disposition in any part of life. I don't live for pussy. I know living for pussy is as the fucking PUAs do. That's having a very short sight. Otherwise, after you get through fucking $1 million bitch, you leave. When you start anything, finish it like the champions do, to the letter. I'm dealing with real confidence. That's why that shit with Tay didn't bother me. And the shit with SWU, that's just a part of growing. And I'm going to grow. I'm going to keep growing. I'm not going to allow myself to languish. Dealing with real confidence gives you alternatives far beyond what getting a fucking nut or even an abundance of money can provide. Man, this dude. Hey, bitch, what the fuck do you want? Bitch ass motherfucker. You a real bitch ass motherfucker, punk. To me, like I said, you can be happy just getting pussy if you want to. I'm happy to have pussy chase me wherever I go because I never go anywhere thinking about pussy. Everywhere I go, I attract pussy. I only need to choose which one I want. How can I do this? How the fuck can I do this? Like this? You guys got to accept you cannot choose what aspect of life affects you. You can't. You can't only pick the easy things to come your way. Man, I sure wish some other people would call in here instead of this bitch ass dude. Man. And I do not know how to ban this motherfucker. Hold on a second. I guess this motherfucker just keep calling me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn his ass down. And, oh shit. I hope you still can hear me because I did turn that motherfucker down. Keep bothering me. That's right, I turned it back up. Fuck this dude. I'm trying to tell you, if you think not like me, but with a confident outlook, you're going to draw shit to you. Whatever life you choose to live, you must be willing to accept all that goes with that lifestyle. I was at the doctor's office the other day and I saw this fine ass nurse, or at least I thought she was a nurse. So I walked up to her and said, "Is it true that nurses are like helpers at heart?" And she smiled and asked, "Helpers? Why, what do you mean by that?" I smiled at her and said, "Helpers, you know, the kind of women that help men like me, that are fortunate enough to get to watch you passing by. You help us have a pleasant rest of our day." And I got a giant smile out of baby when I said that. And she said, "Why, thank you. And you have a nice day. I know I will." Now, moral of the story. If I wanted to, I could have followed up that comment with a move or two, and I might would have, baby. But I didn't want to. I had too much to do. I could have made a move if I would have taken the time to think of what to say to her. I moved instantaneously because it really is in me, not on me. I accept I gotta be ready at all times, because you never know where your next action is coming from. Sometimes even niggas come at you funny, and it ain't got shit to do with a woman. You gotta be a quick judge, because there's no way I'm gonna take being cool to the extent of letting somebody punk me off. You need to be the kind of dude who's imagined damn near shit happening, so that you can be spontaneous when real shit happens that you didn't expect. This is the only way you can be sure what you do and do the right thing. this and having a set of nuts. Understand, I said nuts, plural, not one. Most of you guys allow women to take one of your nuts and carry it around in her purse. And she only allow you to have it back when you gonna fuck her. You need to realize you can't learn this shit unless you qualified to learn it. You can't ask this stuff and expect to get the right answers. When you finish at SWU, it'll really be in you. You'll be able to get new information and automatically be able to make moves quickly with it. The sooner you realize everyone ain't qualified, the better it'll be for all of you out there that are. Magic Johnson could explain everything he knows about a no-look pass. And to me, he could explain it to me, and I would never, ever be able to do it correctly. Because I ain't no basketball player. It's the same with this abracadabra I'm explaining to you. This information we share is so fucking important for you to know. It'll actually behoove you to listen to all of my videos. Life, I'm telling you, life is full of adjustments to be made. If you make them, some of the things that you need to be clearer will be clearer than they were. But all things will not be clear. What is still cloudy to me is what the hell will it take for all of you men out there with significant others to get on board with SWU. My course is real. I take this for instance. I have a Facebook friend who cheated on this woman, confessed to her, then he asked me if he should have confessed. First off, I'm sure you're wondering, what the hell does this have to do with confidence? Listen and learn, my man. Now, I told him to buy my confidence course and learn how to realize who you are. Then I asked him, do you want your woman to think of you as a liar? He said no. And then I asked him, do you feel that you learned from this situation that just happened? He said he would never cheat on his woman again. I told him my course would give him the confidence, or would have gave him the confidence to not tell his woman shit. He actually bought the course. He was one of my first 10 students. And he's actually constantly been in contact with me for the past 7 years, thanking me for giving him this, not confidence, but common sense enough to realize he was scared to make a decision. See, that's what confidence gives you. It takes fear out of the equation. You're gonna have fear, but you're not gonna be scared. See, my course helped him to see he was thinking of way too much shit that didn't matter to his relationship. He needed to decide to make a decision on whether or not this shit was important. To him, nothing was important except keeping his woman, which he would not have been able to do if he fucking wouldn't have straightened that confession out. My point is, he got the message he should have gotten, and that's that he ain't gonna cheat on his woman no more. That shit works for all men of all walks of life. I'm going to blast off after this video, and the course will most likely quintuple in motherfucking price. I'm kidding. But you all will be able to vouch for the value the course has. You'll be extremely lucky to take that leap of faith and trust me. I'm telling you, you made your doubting me into a door. But this door won't open so you can get through. You watch. Bring all your questions to me, because I'm opening the door. There will be no question that is not important enough for me to answer. Why? Because all the questions will be real life scenarios. No what ifs, no how to's. They will be questions you know that are important to you. You can thank me later. But right now we got a lot of business to take care of. Who knows where we'll go when we band together and are not intimidated by somebody's past? How could somebody's past intimidate you? I hope I live to see the day when we're not intimidated. I'm not intimidated. I say we're, all of us. You only grow to the level of recognition and appreciation from your peers if you do what they did. Today, doing what they did for most of you is hiding behind your computer and never facing your peers. Then there are those of you who have adapted old school principles to today's ways, which is perfectly acceptable. It's what you're supposed to do, especially when you rise into the top of this abadabba, headed to prominence and recognition. So, you can continue to think you cannot win. You can continue to think you cannot win with today's ways. You can't win today with the ways of yesterday. You can continue to win that. Believe that if you want to. But the real ones know that they know. They know you can do it. They believe they can do it. I make a lot of blanket statements concerning the participants of today's game. Let me make it clear. I know there is some real motherfuckers out there today who put their all into doing this shit correctly. And when I make a statement and use the words, all of you, I do not actually mean each and every one of you in the streets. I'm speaking to all the suckers who are involved in whichever subject I'm really speaking about at the time. Now, you guys got to understand that shit. And you have to make sure that you let me know that you know I'm not including you when I say that kind of goddamn shit. You got to learn whenever you have any goal, something is always going to get in front of you to dissuade you from accomplishing that goal. This is especially true when it's something that's, going to be empowering to you. Nothing's easy, even when you figure it out. But this is what makes it so important to follow through with your pursuit. Because in the end, it will make you a powerful motherfucker because you believe in yourself. I see quickly, and in every adverse situation I've been involved in, I diffused it with some little quip about this game. Man, pimpin' ain't gonna let me to fight your motherfucking ass. Game recognize game, and I see you down. Let's have a drink and discuss this shit like real gentlemen. See, niggas in the streets have what we know as pride and will not belittle himself in any way, especially after getting some real game dropped on him as I just did. I hear so much fakery today. I see so much misrepresentation of this abadabba. It just sickens me, and sometimes I go too far. No matter what qualifications I believe I have, I can't make a blanket statement about every nigga claiming this game. Every once in a while, one of you get offended and checks me. I owe all of you a real apology. And I will offer it now and hope it suffices for you all who I insulted, with a remark or crack on your qualifications. Now, I hand my apologies to you all. I'm serious. I apologize if what I said insulted you in any way. Salute. And the word all, when I use it this way, those who are truly down for their crown. This year's flying by, and if the Lord sees fit to allow me to see it, I'm going to see the end of the year and the beginning of a new year. I've lived a life many would love to live, but I'm only at the beginning. 2024 will be my breakout year. And from then on, I'm going to rest on my laurels and live out the rest of my life in luxury. The kind of luxury you get from hard work and dedication, from commitment to something other than your whims. I'm very committed to you, believe it or not. We are together in this adventure to regain our position in the world. And we should be on top. Our place isn't to support someone else's goddamn philosophy in hopes it's going to push you forward. Follow your heart and really do all you can to prosper. All the plots to keep us from making it to the polls will be for naught. Because we should all know there is no stopping us now. I happen to be a man that has had many women who totally fucked up their first time around. They didn't know me and didn't realize what they would miss if they were not with me. Once they find out, they begged for a second chance. And many times, I gave it to them. And never did they give me less than the first time. I often got 2 or 3 times more. Sometimes I got 20 times more. But there were several times I got 50, 100 times more than the first effort. And that was for me allowing them to have a second chance. You need to choose your battles, even when it's between lesser evils. And I see you're going to allow time to get the best of you again. Time flies when you keep putting things off. That's right. If you want to take advantage of enrolling in Sidewalk University, you better get on it. SWU's input takes your ability to learn. I'm telling you. It takes your ability to learn without having to attend my classes to the next level. You'll be much more proficient in representing what you learn if you attend sidewalku.thinkific.com. You just will. I'm not making idle promises. A lot of people don't know what makes a quality person. They think it's their clothes or their speech. They think it's everything but what it is. What makes you a quality person are your actions. Your actions are what speak the loudest. If you want to get results, you got to be polite. Being polite is one of the easiest things you can do to get attention. And if you learn to be polite and don't expect shit in response, it's even better. You got to be selfish and conceited if you want anything for you. Everything you do should either be selfishly done or conceitedly thought of. So all these things are done selfishly. You really could give a damn about that old lady crossing the street when you're being polite. You're doing it so you can be in the spotlight for those few moments. For that moment, you're in the spotlight, and who knows what woman is in traffic and witnessing your valor. Let's say this elderly person is going to cross the street. Even though I'm elderly myself, I still will rush over and escort him or her across the street. I know I'm going out of my way to do this shit, but I'll think of who's watching. Whoever is in the vicinity and witness this sees I'm a gentleman. And as I escort them across the street, people are not looking at me as an old man, old as them. They're just going to see how much of a gentleman I am. This kind of stuff, this is the kind of stuff that's going to keep you young. Thinking ahead, planning ahead. If I gotta hear or read some shit about this game you guys believe, When will any of what you say include the real abadabba I've been spending? I've been spitting for you to learn. The most disrespectful thing you could do is misrepresent this abadabba and not care what trouble you cause by doing it. You all whisper shit through a straw, then write about it and claim bullshit you saw. Me, I'm like a tree, a strong tree that's rooted by the sea, weathering all storms, staying true to form because the abadabba in me is always reborn. Being real is what it's about. Staying down and dirty without any motherfucking doubt. Expressing, dressing, abadabba repping, cause this abadabba keeps me stepping. Putting yourself on the front street as I do requires you to be brave enough to prove. And the reward you get from that bravery is your skin gets a little tougher when it comes to rejection. When will the rappers understand that talking shit about this motherfucking abadabba cube, shit that rhyme only matters if that shit doesn't fade with time. And at least one of those lines need to represent some abadabba like mine. After all, it's about this abadabba cube. If you say that's what you do. Now, if you won't, if what you do is your way into life's hall of fame, so be it. And let's all click glasses to this motherfucking game. Assisting the elderly is supporting you, your thoughts that you're young and active. It doesn't matter to that elderly person if you're their age or a younger person. What matters is the person you assisted needed it and is quite thankful you were there to assist. Shit comes to me. I've been spending most of my day with a cutie. I cooked and served her up royally. Then we went to bed last night. Woke up this morning, I took her home. No, I'm no good guy, but I'm good at knowing what a woman likes. Tomorrow, I'm going to see how I'm going to like this show I'm going to see on the strip. I'm going to see a magic show, but the last time I went to one, that motherfucking magician called me up on stage and made me disappear. The problem was, he didn't know where he had made me disappear to. Took him 7 minutes to find me. And when he did find me, I was at the crap table and had just thrown double-breasted Jesse. 12 is a loser. Unless you betted on it as I did, and it paid 163 to 1. You want to know the truth about my good fortune? I had people with a lot of this abadabba to get it from. Otherwise, they showed me the ropes in certain aspects of my life, but not one of them ever thought of themselves as a mentor. There's a such thing as mentors. But the reality of it is, the word came about for psychologists to make more money by showing you another way to pay them. The thing is, when you live up to those standards, or these standards, of course you're assisting where you can, but your motivation for doing it is conceit. You're doing it to get a rise out of yourself for your efforts to do good. But more importantly, you'll be showing yourself you're different than the average Joe. We all have mentors or things in our lives we don't have to pay anyone to see. Unless you do have to pay because you cannot see those things. Mentoring is a way or an avenue for you to learn. Psychologists make you believe if something was missing in your life, like a father figure, you should latch on to whoever is in your life that's representing manhood. I think that is so much bullshit because a representative does not necessarily have to be in your life. You can just know what he or she does or did. My point is, I cannot stand definitions of people who believe in all these things in life make you need shit. I do not and will not ever need anything but me. That mentor can't live my life for me, and neither can he live yours for you. So it's still going to be up to you to do what's necessary to appreciate yourself and find a way to manhood. When it comes to mentors, who says you need to have one? And if your mentor said that, you better check his credentials. I learned from so many different sources, but I can honestly say I had 5 serious mentors in my life. And my ace in the hole is, I love this shit. I love what I'm doing. I cannot wait to wake up each morning. And I'm going to do the shit the way I see fit. I'm not doing nothing the way somebody says. Now, I didn't get no calls today. I just got calls from that dude. And, what can I say? What's up, caller?
Hey, what's up, Rosebud? This is Anton.
Anton, what's happening, man?
Man, I wanted to take the time to thank you for this game you've been spitting, because it's been working for me.
Hey, Anton, I got a friend. He's also over there in Belgium, and he wanted me to give him your number, and I didn't actually have it, and I told him I had to wait and ask you about it. So if it's cool, I want you to email me your number, and so I can get this dude. He's a graduate too, and he said he wanted to kick it with you.
Oh yeah, why not? I'm gonna do that.
All right, hit me, man, and let me get your address. But you having shit your way over there, ain't you?
Man, I actually was watching one of your streams. I don't know which one, but I basically dreamed about what the fuck I was gonna do. Right? I was gonna touch your arm or whatever. And then the next day I went to college, and I actually did all that shit. You know, I told her, like, I want to represent my intention. I wanted her to do something for me, so I told her, like, man, look at you, girl. You got these nails, these rings, but it looks even better when you're typing something, you know. And then a couple minutes after that, she was silent, but then after that, she was like, which one of those rings is your favorite? And I was like, man, I don't really know. I can't really tell. If I see them, I gotta touch them, you know what I'm saying? And she gave her hands and shit. And I was like, girl, you like me, don't you? What kind of...
Hey man, that shit, you sounding more and more cool, man. You remember how you sounded when you first came to class, right?
Yes, I do.
Hey man, send me your number so I can give it to the fellow student.
Okay, right on.
All right, be cool, Anton. Thanks. All right, so see, I love that. What else I love is the fact that you are learning. You know, you are learning. Hey, those guys that's signing up. What's going on, caller?
Hey, what's good, bud?
I'm good, bro.
Hey, man, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to say, have you ever had a hoe that had the most spiciest, fierce attitude, and no matter, I don't give a fuck what the bitch say, keep in mind, but the bitch want me, she don't, and I don't give a fuck what she talk about, but I can't bring her around my other hoes because she competitive as hell.
Hey man, hey, you sound like a fraud. Man, that ain't no pimping, man. That ain't what no goddamn pimp do or think.
What you mean by that, bud?
I mean that you ain't no real pimp. Talk to me for real. You ain't no goddamn pimp. Talking about you can't bring no bitch around your hoes. What kind of motherfucking pimp gonna say some shit like that? No, you listen, man. You a sucker. And if you got hoes, some nigga gonna call you about them bitches. Cause you ain't no pimp, man. Talking about you can't bring the. Why you can't bring the bitch around? Cause she's so competitive. What they supposed to do? Stop them other bitches from getting money?
Hell no.
Well, why you can't bring the bitch around?
Man, listen. I could do that, but I know what it come with, and I.
Hey, stop right there. You full of shit. Saying you know what it come with means you ain't gonna do it, which means you don't know what you could do or can't do or what you should do. You a scary, lying ass motherfucker.
Okay.
You talking to a real nigga that had hoes, man. Don't no motherfucker think that punk ass shit you said.
Alright. You had a story where so you never been in a situation where you had to deal with something.
Man, I didn't been in 1,000 situations where I had to deal with 1,000 women, and I dealt with each 1,000 of them with this pimping. I ain't worried about what no bitch thinking. Bitch better be worried about what I'm saying.
Okay. Alright, and that's that. I hear that, and I think that's all I need, but.
All right, man. Hey, man, next time you call in, don't call in faking, man. Call in real, because I'm going to bust you every time. Hey, you guys, you don't have to call in lying and faking to me. You ain't got to do that. I ain't got to be sitting next to you to know what the fuck you talking about, whether or not you lying. I just don't. I can hear it in your voice. I can tell by what you say because I listen. I have objectives. Ain't no punk in me. Ain't no reason for me to tell you some lies. If ain't no punk in you, it ain't no reason for you to tell me some fucking lies. What kind of shit is up? Hey, any questions other than that? Because I'm taking all questions. Alright, you guys. Be cool. And look for me tomorrow.